You don't judge, just same old thing, of course. It's whatever they do or say, it's the same old thing, that's for sure. Whatever form the same old thing takes, it's the same old thing. They are trapped in it. How do I deal with negative family members while maintaining inner peace? That's related, of course, to the earlier questions about parents trying to teach them about consciousness. Allow them their state of consciousness. Accept their limitations and realize that whatever they're saying to you is simply they're manifesting their conditioning, that's all. So you don't need to take it personally anymore. There's really not anybody there. There's just a bundle of ideas and concepts, the egoic self, and that wants something from you or tells you something. It doesn't mean very much. So they're conditioned by their mind, which is conditioned by their past. Really, compassion is the answer to this, so that you don't condemn them for not having gone beyond their conditioning, for not being free of ego, for being stuck in the same consciousness for the past 30 or 40 years. You don't condemn them for that, you just see it. And you may even be able to empathically, if that's the word, sense something in them, occasionally perhaps only, that is deeper than and more real than their conditioning, what they manifest on the surface. So you may even be able to love them despite the fact that the person that they are on the surface may not be lovable at all. Not equating the conditioning, the ego, with who that human being is in their essence. Of course, there may still be some conditioning in you from your childhood, and they have a shared past with all those people. And it is more challenging to be present with humans with whom you have a lot of shared past than humans that you have not actually known for that long. The more past you share with the human, the more intense presence is required. And of course, the most intense presence is required with your parents, because with whom you share your entire past. That's why, as Ram Dass says, spending time with your parents is always the ultimate test. Unless you're one of those few whose parents are relatively conscious. That's happens more often these days than in past generations. In the generation of my parents, conscious parents were unheard of. Never met any conscious parents and anybody I knew. But in my generation, I never had children, but in my generation, there are a few more, because there were people who already participated in the spiritual awakening that happened in the 60s and early 70s. There was the human potential movement, all kinds of things coming in. And some people were beginning to wake up. And so some had children, and they were relatively, if not completely awakened, but perhaps relatively more conscious than other previous generations. So you're then able to be non-reactive when you meet them. And that's a huge shift in your consciousness, to become non-reactive with people with whom you share a lot of past. And then you look around them and you're the witnessing consciousness of whatever behavior they manifest. And you look in amazement. You don't judge, just same old thing, of course. It's whatever they do or say, it's the same old thing, that's for sure. Whatever form the same old thing takes, it's the same old thing. They are trapped in it. They don't know that. That's why it's easy to forgive them, because they don't know.